Can we all confirm that aliens have been visiting us since the 19th century? Because this movie proves it. Mark? Hey there, moviegoers. I just saw what it feels like the kind of scary story that was told to children growing up in the late 19th century. The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Starring Liam Cunningham and Corey Hawkins and directed by Andre Overdahl, telling the haunting story that recounts 4-week horrific journey of the Demeter. This story is based on the Bram Stoker's classic Dracula, published in 1897, which in one of the chapter is composed by the ship's captain's log. And that's what we see during the film's starting point. Just 5 minutes into the movie, where a group of officials from London investigate the shipwreck itself, they discover Captain Elliot's ship log. Now, I thought it was a good way for Andre to set the tone of the story by viewing the log's introduction, along with Liam Cunningham narrating the text in a voiceover background. After that, it cuts to a flashback on the day the Demeter is set to sail from Carpathia to London. Now, the layer of horror genre that was incorporated in the story did a good job establishing the dynamic between the characters, in this case, the ship's crew, where it caused this almost sort of murder mystery, even though the audience know who the killer actually is. And as the story progresses, I did notice that at times how slow it actually builds up, and when scary sequences like jump scares happen, it's like it brings itself back to what's going on. And obviously it doesn't pick itself up rapidly until the third act begins. But honestly, I feel like that may be deliberate in order to emulate the journey across the ocean. Now, I will have to issue a quick spoiler ahead, because if you have not seen this movie, then please pause this review, save it for later, and then once you've seen it, come back and we'll go from where you left off. Now, one of the sequences I did not expect to see on screen was Toby's death. And I bring this up only because this was a first I've seen in a scary movie where a child gets killed on screen. I mean, it's okay for a dog to get killed off screen. I know that came out completely wrong, but a kid? And it's extremely rare to have that, unless the child is already a blood-sucking creature or a zombie. I mean, hey, Anakin Skywalker would have no problem doing it either. Okay, moving on. Of course, I can't go through a review without talking about the cinematography of this film, because you can expect nothing but practical effects in this movie with a dark theme such as this. Now, one of the other interesting things about this is that it was nice to see a black male lead character from start to finish, which I'm glad to see more of in a horror genre, let alone that the story does take place in the mid to late 19th century. I will say that one thing I do disagree with is the character Anna, who's played by, I'm not even going to pronounce her name, but let's just go with her initial, AF. Yes, those are her initials. Anna is a stowaway of the ship who's a survivor of Dracula. However, she just felt like a character that I would write myself as in the story, except the character is female. Like, yeah, she shares her backstory. Yes, her role serves as that person to warn everybody about what's going on. But her role just makes you feel like you have to question over and over, like reminding yourself why she's there again. But maybe that's just me being nitpicky. If I end up watching this movie again, maybe I'll settle a little bit more with her character instead of feeling as if she's relevant and she's not at the same time. Now, the ending of the movie does feel like it indicates towards a sequel, and I'm thinking that maybe it gears up to a remake of Nosferatu, perhaps? Who knows? Now, before I give my final rating, if you guys made it this far into the video, then be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more movie and TV show reviews. And with all of that said and done, I will give this movie an optimistic rating of 7 out of 10 stars. The way I can conclude this is that it's a timeless classic horror story brought to life on the big screen with good suspense, brilliant characters, but with a slow pacing that you'd have to rely on the scary sequence to kind of keep you awake. Now, is it recommendable? Yes, especially for you horror movie lovers. I definitely give this a chance. Is it rewatchable? I'm gonna say no, for now. And the reason why I say this is because we don't know if and when there will be a sequel or a prequel. Because if there is, then yes, I would absolutely go for a rewatch of this movie. So that's all I have for today, guys. Until next time, stay cool, stay safe, and keep watching movies the way they were meant to be seen, because it's better when we watch together.